Moral case. In 1842, a ship struck in an iceberg, and more than 30 survivors were crowded into a lifeboat intended to hold seven. A battle took place between the captain who wants to force individual to go over the side and drown, between the passengers who argued to do nothing and everyone died as a result, and no one would be responsible for these deaths. On the other hand, if the captain attempted to save some, he could do so only by killing others and their deaths would be his responsibility. This would be worse than doing nothing and letting all die. The captain rejected this reason, since the only possibility for rescue required great efforts of rowing. The captain decided that the weakest would have to be sacrificed. In this situation, it would be absorbed. He thought to decide by drawing lots who should be thrown overboard. As it turned out, after days of hard rowing, the survivors were rescued. Gathered facts. In 1842, a ship struck in an iceberg. The captain wants to do in this situation was to force some individuals to go over the side and drown. Some people opposed the captain's decision. The captain decided that the weakest would have to be sacrificed. After days of hard rowing, the survivors were rescued. Identify stakeholders: the captain, the passengers. Articulate dilemma. Force some individual to go over the side and drown versus oppose the captain's decision and do nothing. The dilemmas dies on the two conflicting options illustrated above. The first option is to follow the captain's decision, which is to force some individual to go over the side and drown. Such an action, he reasoned, was not unjust to those thrown overboard, for they would have died anyway. The second option, which is to oppose the decision of the captain, the passengers claim that if nothing were done and everyone died as a result, no one would be responsible for these deaths. The duty and obligation of the captain and the passengers are fighting over their lives. List of alternatives. First, follow the captain's decision. Second, do nothing. And third, call for help. Compare alternatives. Alternative number 1. Follow the captain's decision. Principle A. Uncertain. Most likely the attempt will be a failure. Principle B. Uncertain. Most likely the attempt will be a failure. Alternative number 2. Do nothing. Principle A. No cultural values and tradition and norms will be tackled. Principle B. No duty and responsibility will be harmed. Alternatives number 3. Call for help. Principle A. There is a chance that duty and responsibility will be tackled. Principle B. There is a chance that duty and responsibility will be tackled. Weigh consequences. Moral choice. Force some individual to go over the side and drown. Positive consequences. They can call for help and will be rescued. Some of them will not die. Negative consequences. The captain will be responsible for these deaths. Moral choice. Oppose the captain's decision and do nothing. Positive consequences. No one would be responsible for these deaths. Negative consequences. No one will remain alive and no one will be rescued. Make decision. What are your thoughts? We had to consider who should make the final choice. Only God has the authority to take away our right to live. I strongly believe that following the captain's decision is the best option, and that I must support this decision. It is not fair to do nothing and let the passengers die so that no one is held accountable. It means taking away the chances to live. It is preferable to support the captain's choice because there is a chance that they will be rescued with tremendous effort and will be saved from danger.